I have these 4 different materials here that I want to show you. This is UEM. It's a material that's the most U that something can be for a given volume. And the second one is called MEM. It's a material that's the most me that something can be for a given volume.
And all of these are the same, around the same size. They're all around 8 cubic centimeters. This is
Not UEM.
So you could have something that was
Less U.
if it was more than 8 cubic centimeters, but if you're limited to 8 cubic centimeters, this is the least
U.
that something can be. Then this is feel sad, and this is a material that's the most sad something can be for a given volume. So because this is 8 cubic centimeters, this is the most sad that 8 cubic centimeters can be. And I have a graph here that shows the sadness levels. As the volume of feel sad increases, how sad the material feels. It also increases. At first it stays at 0 for a while because the sadness requires a certain minimum amount to initiate the sadness. It's kind of like how a cell would require a minimum number of parts in order to exist. Then it increases as the volume increases, and then it starts to level off here. This is because in the material, for the sadness to exist, you have to have information that's traveling from one point to a different point. And as the material gets bigger and bigger, eventually it's so big that even something traveling at the speed of light would take a long time to get from one side to the other side. So that's why this line levels off here. It never flattens out completely, so the sadness always increases. And it can cause an existential crisis, just that this exists. Because this is a lot of feel sad. This object is completely inconsolable. But even before this was found, I found it by the river. There would still be just the fact that this can possibly exist because sadness exists. So for a given amount of sadness, there's some minimum required sadness.